Hello everyone, Chris here with Platinum Reviews. Today I have the newest Platinum review for Klonoa Phantasy Reverie Collection on PlayStation 5. The game is currently available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series consoles, and Nintendo Switch. It might be available on Steam, but I'm not sure on that. It just came out about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, so definitely check it out. Let's get into the review though. If you do not know what a platinum review is, that's where I platinum the game, I get all the trophies, and then I review it. I will be making a change to the format in my channel. I will be adding regular reviews on top of my platinum reviews. So if there's a game that I beat and it just has insane amounts of grinding, like Monarch, for example. Monarch, I have over 140 hours in that game, and to get the platinum, I still have a while. Um, I can already review that, but if I want to go for the platinum, it's going to take a lot longer. I'm going to be able to put out a lot more reviews this way and get back to playing the games that I want to play. I still have yet to beat Horizon Forbidden West and certain games like that because I've been doing reviews and trying to make content. So this way I can put out reviews for games that I feel like the platinum is just going to be very grindy, but I want to review it. And I'll still be able to do regular platinum reviews for games that I actually want to obtain the platinum for. So, exciting stuff for the channel moving forward. Now, on to the review for Klonoa Phantasy Reverie Collection. Klonoa Phantasy Reverie Collection brings back the PS1 Klonoa Door to Phantom Isle and the PS2 Klonoa 2 Lunaterra's Veil. And I might have said that wrong, but I want to say that's what it's called. It brings both of those games to a remaster on modern consoles. The awesome thing is I don't think they changed any core components of the game. I think they just gave it a fresh new look, and it looks good. It looks very, very good for this being a PS1, PS2 game. Now, if you've seen any of my reviews, you know I do not really like talking about story, so we'll jump into the story right now. But I'll just kind of give you a quick thing on what the story's about without spoiling anything, because I feel like if you're watching a review, the last thing you want is information on how the story pans out. Something you should figure out for yourself. So in Klonoa, you play as Klonoa. In both games, it has fairly the same similar story. You're tasked with saving that world. Somebody's doing something they shouldn't be doing. Like most games, somebody's doing some bad, and it's your duty to save that world. The story's pretty similar in both games, and I will say it was kind of lackluster, minus a few moments in the first game, which I feel like the first game's story was a lot stronger than the second game. The story was eh. The cool thing is you do have an option to fast forward the story, so if there's a slow part that you don't care about, or if there is a just you not wanting to watch the story at all, you could skip it completely. So they do give that option. You're not forced with watching the cutscenes. Now, Klonoa is a platformer. Platform games aren't how they used to be back in the day. There's not a whole lot of them, and they're not fairly popular. And I feel like PS1, PS2 was, especially NES and Super Nintendo too, but I feel like PS1 was the era of platformers. When you think about it, we still had Mario that was killing it on Nintendo consoles with Super Mario 64. PlayStation, we had Gex, we had Croc, we had Klonoa. We had so many awesome platformers. And I never actually got to play this as a kid. I played the demo on the PS1 demo disc. Name drop right there. PS1 demo disc. You feel old yet? I actually got to play it on that, and I fell in love with the game, but I never actually bought the game. So it was super cool when this got announced that I was actually going to be able to play both of these games for the first time to completion. So really, really awesome that they actually released this finally after all these years. But platformers were so big back in the day, and they've kind of taken the back seat. We don't really get any platformers, let alone good platformers anymore. I know there are a few like Celeste, but I didn't really care for Celeste. I just didn't enjoy it. And I know a lot of people love that game. So I feel like platformers aren't what they used to be. So for a old school platformer to come out and still be amazing, it just gives me hope. One thing too is I hope that PlayStation sees this and this does good and they re-release Gex, because Gex was so much fun and I want another Gex game. Do it, PlayStation. But yeah, the gameplay is a platformer, so it's pretty simple. You're going from the beginning of the level to the end, and that's all you have to do. You can collect stuff along the way if you want to go for the platinum, but if you're just trying to beat the game, it's as simple as going from point A to point B. There is boss fights in between. I want to say every 2 to 3 maps you have a boss fight, and they're really cool. Each boss is completely different from both games too, so I can't say that there was one boss that I did something exactly similar to another one. I mean, yeah, you're picking up enemies and throwing them at them, but the mechanics of how the fight takes place is completely different between every single boss, and that was super, super refreshing. Also, the levels don't really feel rinse and repeated. There are a great different amount of levels that it's super cool. Some levels, you're skating. Other levels, you're on a minecart. Like, there's just so many little different details to each level that it doesn't feel like they're really rinsed and repeated too much. Even in the second game, you do have some levels that you're replaying, but they're different. They changed the design of the level to where, yes, you're in the same level, but you're going about it a different way. You're hitting different places you hadn't hit before in the first time. So it's refreshing that it's not rinse and repeat or different assets in similar assets in different areas. So I really like that about Klonoa. Some other high points of the game is the music. It has a great score, and a lot of levels you're going to be finding yourself humming along, especially if there is a level that you're stuck on and you're doing the same platforming section because you're having issues. You're going to find yourself humming along before long and forget that you're even stuck to begin with. The graphics are really nice too. I think they did a great job at bringing a PS1, PS2 game to life. It looks good. It looks like this is a game that came out on modern consoles. So it's super cool to see the graphics look up to date on it. If you buy the deluxe edition, which I highly suggest against doing it, because I want to say it's like a $15 extra charge just for a few extra things. But if you buy the deluxe edition, I want to say it unlocks the ability for pixel mode, which gives it the original graphics. They're cool to look at for a little bit, but after a while, it's like, no, I don't want to look at this anymore. You also do get access to a few different hats where you can change Klonoa's look to give him the look of enemy, or you can give him a Pac-Man head or the prince from Katamari. So there are a lot of different changes that you can get with that collector's edition, but I would suggest against it because it's not worth the price tag. Klonoa Phantasy Reverie Collection is currently out now for consoles. I would give the game a 7 out of 10. I think it's a great game. It's awesome to see an old school classic get brought back to life. The story is lackluster at time. There were some times with gameplay where the buttons just didn't work like it was supposed to. I don't know if it was me, but I'm going to blame the game. But it has its issues, but they're not too bad. There's only one platinum trophy for the entire game. They combined both the trophies for both the games into one platinum, which I kind of don't like, but it's not enough to take away from the score at all. So 7 out of 10. As far as the platinum's concerned, I'd give it a 2 out of 10. It's not a difficult platinum. Just play the game through completion, collect things along the way. It's pretty simple. If you guys have any questions about the game, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you have any questions about the trophies, let me know, and I'll gladly help you out the best I can. But that's been it for me with Chris with Platinum Reviews. Thank you guys so much, and as always, keep getting those trophies. I will catch you guys on the next review.